Good morning, everybody. We will call to order our January 3rd, 2023 regular meeting of the Mason County Board of Commissioners and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and Auditor Knuckle, if you don't mind leading us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good, thank you. Item number 3, roll call. If the clerk will please take roll.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I'm here.
Commissioner District 2, Kevin Schutte.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Trask.
I'm here.
Very good, thank you. Item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Item 4.1, correspondence. The clerk will please report the correspondence.
Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent in the following: a notice of cannabis license application for Wilbur Industries LLC. Michael Hobbs sent in an advisory board application for the Housing and Behavioral Health Board, and Becky Cronquist sent in an advisory board application for the Lewis Mason Thurston Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council. Mason County Fire Protection District number 11 sent in their 2023 budget. The Economic Development Council sent in their 2022 fourth quarter report. And Darren Eisel from Hood Canal Communications shared the banner acknowledging and thanking Mason County's infrastructure investment for fiber internet through American Rescue Plan Act funding.
Great, thank you. Item 4.2, selection of chair and vice chair for 2023. I will start by nominating Commissioner Trask for chair.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded to nominate Commissioner Trask as chair for 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The motion carries. And I will hand the gavel over to Commissioner Trask. Godspeed.
Thanks. And now we'll select our vice chair, and I'll start by nominating Commissioner Netherland.
And I'll second that.
Any discussion? All right, I'll go ahead and call for
I've
the
learned
vote.
not to say anything. No, just
Go ahead and call for the vote. All of those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? And we have our new chair, or vice chair, and chair. All right, and now we'll move on to item 4.3, welcoming our new officials. We have one in our room right now. Auditor.
Demoted him already. Jeez.
Sorry. Auditor Dunkel, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we have some other newly electeds also. We have our clerk, Charles Rhodes, our sheriff, Ryan Sperling. I'm laughing because it says Adam Sperling on here. So and I'd like to welcome also our reappointed elected officials, Assessor Patty McLean, Coroner Jamie Taylor, Prosecutor Michael Dorsey, Treasurer Lisa Frazier, and District Court Judge Steele. So welcome, and here we go with our new 2023 people. All right, let's move on to item number 5, our open forum for citizen input. This is the time we set aside for citizen input. Do we have anyone in the room that would like to say anything? Anyone out there in Zoom land? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Madam Chair, I move adoption of today's agenda as presented.
second.
We have a motion and a second for adoption of the agenda as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7, we have no minutes to approve, so we'll move on to item number 8, approval of the action agenda. Commissioners will read the action agenda. Items can be removed for a separate discussion or vote if requested. And if we could have Commissioner Netherland, if you could take item 8.1 and 8.2, and Commissioner Schutte, if you could take 8.3 through 8.5.
Happily, Madam Chair. Item number 8.1 reads, Approval of the warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance claims clearing fund warrants number 8092689 through 8093110. The amount $4,094,571.32. Direct deposit fund warrants number 92807 through 93214. The amount $884,155.95. Salary clearing fund warrants number 7007086 through 7007110. The amount $582,320.52. Treasurer's electronic remittance is $166,901.74. Item number 8.2, approval of the January 22nd or the January 2022 through December 2026 collective bargaining agreement CBA for the woodworkers local lodge W38 IAM representing Mason County Corrections and support staff.
Item 8.3, approval to purchase a 2023 Kentworth TT880 chassis roll-off truck with hook lift from PAP and off the Washington State DES contract number 03920 for $301,158.84 and add to the 2023 U&W budget as an amendment. Item 8.4, approval of the January 2022 through December 2025 collective bargaining agreement for Teamsters Union Local Number 252, Mason County General Services. And item 8.5, approval for the chair to sign the letter of no objections for a special occasion liquor license application for the Mason County Association of Realtors to host an event on January 14th, 2023 at the Alderbrook Golf and Yacht Club.
All right, thank you. Having read through today's action agenda, are there any items that you would like to have removed for a separate discussion or vote? No? Anyone in our audience? Nope. How about in Zoom land? No. All right. Do we have we're moving on now to the approval of the action agenda.
Madam Chair, I move approval of the action agenda as presented.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the action agenda as presented. Any discussion?
The usual comments, I guess, because I can't remember a time we've ticked off union contract after union contract after union contract after union contract after union contract. We've actually done quite a few, and again, it's quite a compliment to our staff and everybody that we have working on these things. And I just want to say thank you again because it's pretty impressive. Also, thank you to the unions for being so reasonable and working with us during these times to make everything work.
All right, anything else? All right, I'll go ahead and call for the vote. All of those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion passes. And we're cruising. And we're moving on to item number 9, other business, department heads or elected officials. Anyone like to say anything?
We should, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get off with Loretta or Richard? Who, I mean, I can talk about it, but this is from what I hear. This is mine.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Okay. Richard Dickinson, Deputy Director, Utilities and Waste Management. We did have a water system outage at Russellwood yesterday. It happened late in the afternoon, actually at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We shut it down. It was due to a chlorine pump that was left that just continued to run. And so our chlorine residual got above recommended levels, and so we shut the system down, drained it, got the pump back into service, but it took a number of hours, actually. We had operators out there till close to midnight last night. Justin came in, and he was out there probably 6 hours, till about 7 last night. So just so if you get any calls from people at Russellwood, it's been restored, and we're still troubleshooting the exact cause, but we'll get to it and get it repaired. Yeah, any questions?
No, thank
All
you
right.
for being so responsive.
You bet, thank you.
Thank Justin also.
How were you, I do have a question for you, Richard. How were you made aware of it?
Operators do daily checks on the chlorine residual every day, so they seen it a little high when they got there first thing in the morning and came back, rechecked it, and it was going up, so they contacted Justin and responded.
Good work.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank them for us.
You bet.
All right. Anyone else?
Madam Chair, since historically we've always put people on the spot for no good reason, I think it's a great opportunity. We have a new auditor here in the building. I think he should be invited or voluntold to come up to the recording and tell us who he is, maybe a little bit of his background, or something about what he intends to do.
And this is why
His first and
people
last
come
meeting.
on
That's
meetings.
Nobody warned him.
That's the fun of it.
Well, good
We'll see how
morning,
quick you learn.
Commissioner Trask, Commissioner Schutte, Commissioner Netherland. It's good to be here. I'm your new auditor, and I want to be the best teammate for you that I can be. A little bit of a shock to my system coming out of retirement after 9 months to have to get up to an alarm clock this morning, but that's the way it goes. I spent 37 years in the private sector. I'll spare you all those details, but I'm just looking forward to, again, being part of this team, part of the county team, and fulfilling some of the things I talked about on the campaign trail in terms of bringing the elections back to the people of Mason County and getting people more involved in that whole process. So more to come. So in the meantime, I want to be a good listener and as fast of a learner as I can be, and go about this in a humble, dedicated way. So thank you very much.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Mr. Auditor, I can tell you, I think we'll all agree, you've been very blessed that you're coming into a position where you got wonderful staff. We love working with them, and they're very impressive. I have a feeling they're gonna help you on this transition, and I think it's gonna be more delightful than you think.
You are absolutely right, and I've had a chance to spend some time with them before the holidays, and what a great team. So I look forward to working with them and helping them be the continued successful team that they are. I don't think I said that right, but they do a great job, and I want to do whatever I can to help them to continue to be great and better. So thank you.
Well, I have a habit of feeding your staff both downstairs and upstairs. With your permission, I'd like to continue to do that.
Well, they told me right off the bat that they are treat driven, so I made a really solid note of that. So by all means, let's keep them fed well.
Yeah.
Right. Any other questions before I,
No, welcome aboard.
thanks for putting me on the spot. I better get used to
The
it.
rest gets easier.
I better get used to it. Thank you.
Yeah. Welcome to the best county in the state.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyone else in the room or on Zoom? All right, seeing none. Sure you don't want me to put you on the spot?
I already did.
All right, well, we don't have, it's 9:14, but we have no public hearings set at this time. So let's go ahead and move on to board calendars and reports. Commissioner Netherland, if you go first, Commissioner Schutte, and then I'll follow.
Had some conversations with our regional director of the Department of Transportation at WashDOT here, Mason Transit Authority meeting, Mason County Housing Authority meeting, Lions Club had a party I was invited to here in Chilton, sat down with the director of the ARC, attended one of the swearing-ins, and I was inside here. I intended to attend the second one, but I was in there arguing with somebody instead. JLS party, we had an emergency meeting of the Mason County Commission, we had a special meeting of the Mason County Commission, and I had the law enforcement and firefighters board meeting this morning. We have a closed session after this, Mason Transit Authority meeting almost 2 weeks away, planning meeting, PTSA meeting for North Mason, another planning meeting. Then I have a meeting with the Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority. I also have a meeting with the North Mason School District Balanced Budget, Incident Command, North Mason School District Balanced Budget 2, legislative send-off, and I think that's about it.
Following today's commission meeting, I have a meeting with Mark and Mary to talk about the class and comp update. Also going to tomorrow swearing in for Sheriff Sperling and Prosecutor Dorsey, as well as the Thurston Mason Behavioral Health Interlocal Leadership Meeting, DNR State Trust Land Issues Zoom meeting. I'll also be at the legislative send-off, as well as the Thurston Mason Behavioral Health Audit Entrance Conference. Heading into next week, after briefings, have Mason Crisis Services System of Care Work Group, a MACECOM board meeting and supervisors meeting, as well as IT steering committee meeting. And it looks like a couple of DEM meetings as well, a couple of trainings there. Also have a check-in meeting with Mark and Loretta on the Skokomish Ecosystem Restoration Project, as well as the 2023 legislative virtual update from our partners at WASAC. And then back for our commission meeting on the 17th.
Great, thank you. So we do have a closed session, labor negotiations after this meeting. And then I have the class comp update with Mark and Mary. Have a traditional Public Works Board traditional committee meeting on Wednesday, women's luncheon, also legislative send-off. I will be there also. Then I'll drive to Eldon, to the Eldon store for the Hood Canal fiber recognition. And this also, the legislative send-off is also a sign that the legislature is in session, so I will be going to a lot of meetings in Olympia. We have a meeting Thursday for LSC, Legislative Steering Committee. Briefings on Monday, virtual assembly, a planning meeting with the EDC. I've got a couple of those. I think there's a Republican Party meeting, but I'm not sure. There's also Office 365 training, Pack Mountain meeting, Turning Point meetings, emergency planning meetings, also the incident command meetings and trainings, dinner with friends, Pack Mountain Executive Finance Committee meeting, Denver County's meetings, and then we're back here for, well, Monday is a holiday, and then we're back here on Tuesday for commission meetings.
Excellent. Just also want to note that I'll be at the Eldon store on Thursday as well.
Okay, great.
I may be there also. Madam Chair, I see the hand up.
So just a couple of clarifications for the public. If they do view this at a later time, I don't see any public on right now, but if they do, the swearing in of our prosecutor Mike Dorsey and our sheriff Ryan Sperling are ceremonial swearing ins. They did get sworn in prior to the beginning of the year, as they officially should, but this is a ceremonial swearing in that the commissioners are attending. And then the Eldon store, one of the things that was mentioned, or not mentioned yet, is that they actually have free Wi-Fi available for the public at the Eldon store now. So individuals living in that area that need to get access to high-speed internet can come down and connect to the free Wi-Fi at the store. So.
Yeah, and I think it's neat that they're inviting us because they were able to do this with the American Rescue money, so.
Yep.
It's very cool. All right, do we have anything else?
Basically, it's stone's throw from Jefferson County. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, do we have anything else? No? All right, moving on to item number 12.
Move we adjourn.
I'll second.
We are adjourned.